Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eamonn from the Nootropic Republic, where we educate you about nootropics and how they can upgrade your life. Today in this video, we're going to be explaining choline sources and giving you an essential guide. So what is choline? Choline is a water-soluble compound similar to B vitamins. That's why you see it commonly grouped with B vitamins in supplements. It is something that is important for a lot of different bodily functions, from creating acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter, to maintaining cellular membranes, to improving cognition. We can obtain it from our diet, from meat sources like eggs, beef, and poultry. The reason we care about increasing choline because it transforms into acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter, which is responsible for a lot of things in the body and brain. It has benefits like improving memory, focus, improving motivation, and improving physical movements as well as arousal. There's two primary receptors for acetylcholine. There's a nicotinic receptor and the muscarinic receptor, which I know I mispronounced that, except just forgive me. There are different sources of choline. So there's choligenics and anticholigenix. Choligenics increase the activity of choligenic systems, so increase the activity of acetylcholine. Anticholigenix decrease the activity of the system. So today I'll give you guys an overview of different choligenics that increase the choligenic system, increase choline, make you smarter, all of that stuff. And if you guys do enjoy this type of content, I would love it if you consider subscribing to my channel. It's completely free and you can change your mind at any time. So the nootropics that increase acetylcholine, they either supply your brain with more choline or increase the body's natural production of acetylcholine. The nootropics that supply your brain with more choline, there's two really popular nootropics that I'm sure you've heard about. So there's alpha GPC and CDP choline, which both have different strengths to each other, which I'll make a video on in the future, comparing the pros and cons of them. The nootropics that increase production of acetylcholine in the brain, one of them is Alcar, Asa-L-carnitine, which ends up increasing the body's synthesis from choline to acetylcholine. So it doesn't supply you with more choline like the substances above. Instead, it increases the body's natural production of choline to acetylcholine. Some of the nootropics that affect natural production of acetylcholine are pramiracetam and colaracetam, which are both racetams, which is a group of drugs that affect cognition. They both end up increasing choline in different ways because they increase the activity of the HCAU system, which basically means the high choline affinity uptake system. So they increase the amount of choline that is used in different parts of the brain. Pramiracetam increases the amount of choline used in the hippocampus, which is why it's really good for memory formation, solidifying memories, increasing blood flow to the brain. Colaracetam increases the amount of choline used by nerve cells generally around the brain. So they just increase the production of choline and the use of it in the brain in different ways. The other nootropics that end up increasing the effectiveness of acetylcholine are generally racetams. So the most famous racetam is piracetam, which is the original one. This ends up upregulating acetylcholine receptors, which increases the amount of acetylcholine long term. Other racetams like aniracetam and oxiracetam, which are some of the most popular racetams, increase the effectiveness of acetylcholine use in the brain through different ways. The next type of nootropics we're going to talk about is acetylcholinesterase inhibitors. Acetylcholinesterase is an enzyme that ends up metabolizing acetylcholine. If you inhibit this enzyme, you stop the metabolism of acetylcholine, so you end up increasing levels of acetylcholine in the brain, which leads to improved brain performance. One of the most powerful acetylcholinesterase inhibitors is Hyperzine A, which is a Chinese moss that is probably the most potent one, and it's as powerful as prescription drugs for its inhibition effect, except you have to use this one with caution because it has a long half-life of 2 days, so it's not a daily supplement by any means. It impairs acetylcholinesterase so much, it ends up impairing the regulation system for that enzyme, so your body essentially can't break down acetylcholine, which can lead to a lot of serious side effects if you've ingested too much choline. It's something that is very powerful, except treat it with caution because it is so strong. Other moderately strong ones are black seed oil, bacopa, lemon balm extract, synthetic vitamin B1, sublutamine. Some weaker ones are ashwagandha, sage, and palligala. So there are some other choline sources that we didn't talk about that much. So one of them is centrioxyphin, which is a psychostimulant choline source that is excellent at supplying choline. It's been studied as a prescription drug and a dietary supplement for over 50 years. It ends up increasing cerebral blood flow, it's neuroprotective, and it enhances cognition. Another one is photofosterine, which is an amino acid derivative that makes up the structural component of the cellular membrane. The action that it has for choline is that it ends up downregulating the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine, so it ends up increasing available choline that way. It also has benefits for improving learning, general brain health, and boosting mood. Another nootropic is nicotine, which I'm sure everyone knows about. It's the active part of tobacco, and it can actually cross the blood-brain barrier in around 20 seconds, which is the quickest of any substance. And it has particular affinity for the nicotinic receptor, which is where the nicotinic receptor actually gets its name from. Some stacks that you could try with acetylcholine to boost it. One of them is piracetam plus a choline source like alpha GPC, CDP choline plus a racetam. So the reason is because piracetam ends up upregulating acetylcholine. A choline source like alpha GPC, CDP choline supplies you with more choline so you can make more acetylcholine. So like a racetam, like oxiracetam or aniracetam, increases how effectively those are used. Another stack that you could do is you could combine Alcar with a choline source, because Alcar increases the body's synthesis from choline to acetylcholine, and then a choline source supplies more acetylcholine. You could also combine a choline source with a choline inhibitor. So it'd be a stack that gives you a choline source and you combine it with an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. So preventing that choline from being metabolized, so keeping the concentrations of acetylcholine high in the brain. There is a dark side of too much choline without a doubt. Too much choline can cause chologenic depression, which is because an overabundance of acetylcholine suppresses other neurotransmitters like serotonin, like dopamine, which cause depression, flat mood, all of that, which is something that I experienced myself because I guess I'm sensitive to choline. So I took 300 milligrams of alpha GPC for a few weeks. I just wondered why during those weeks I stopped smiling, I stopped laughing, I had such a flat mood, and I was so miserable. And it never occurred to me that it was alpha GPC because everyone always raves about it, except that's exactly what it was. And as soon as I stopped taking it, it stopped happening. So you just have to be cautious with chologenic substances because this can totally happen. And my personal favorite choline sources are Alcar, Asa L-carnitine, just because I find it very energizing. It stacks well with other nootropics, really good for sports and mood and for talking. It is so energizing that it can cause a little bit of anxiety, so just keep that in mind. Another one is CDP choline, just because I find it just helps quiet my thoughts and helps keep me more focused. It's easy to put together sentences. I only take a low dose, around 120 milligrams. I find it really synergizes with other substances and it just makes me sharper. I find it like potentiates racetams, that type of thing. And my last favorite is oxiracetam, just because I find it's like a psychostimulant. It's an ampicane, so it's a stimulant without the natural bad side effects of stimulants like caffeine, like Adderall, where it doesn't give you anxiety. So it's energizing, it's good for talking to people, sports, and memory. I like it a lot for sports just because I find I have better like technique naturally without trying. And that's my video today, guys. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this in the future, because I can do this with basically all neurotransmitters. I can do one on dopamine, talking about how to increase dopamine, how to upregulate dopamine. So let me know, like this video, and comment down below what is your favorite choline source. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Right now, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit because we just hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which is a huge milestone. You know, I've started this channel like almost a year ago. Just wanted to give value to people, give people information about nootropics, because I found when I was researching it, it was tough to find good information online. So I wanted to be able to give that to people, and that's why I started this channel. I've always wanted, you know, to become a YouTuber and make YouTube videos, and you guys have made that all possible. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And my life right now is a bit of like in a transitional period. That's hence why there hasn't been that many uploads, anything like that, except everything's kind of coming to fruition, and there'll be a lot more good content coming this summer. And so I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Just if you guys have any questions, anything like that, just DM me on Instagram, comment on my video, anything like that. I'm here to help, and I love you guys reaching out to me